So welcome everyone, my name's Jonathan, and this one is a 30-minute inversion practice. The title of this one is after Shakira, my friend, and it's just hips don't lie, so focusing on the hips. So we'll just jump right into it. The warm-up is going to be an inversion, and it's going to be a maximum inversion. So even before we begin that, just 1 minute of downward facing dog. So timer is set, and then lift yourself up. So the assumption with inversions is that you have some capacity and ability to do inversions already, and that you're not just jumping into it. It's not beginner inversions. So here in downward facing dog, the nice thing about having a wall nearby is you can bring your heels to the wall and push your heels into the wall as you push your hands forward, stretching and spreading your mat lengthwise in two, and then actively reaching long. So after this, it's going to be maximum hold, handstand at the wall, up to 2 minutes. 2 minutes is pretty extreme. I don't think I can do 2 minutes anymore. I could, but I don't think I can now. 1.5 minutes would be incredible for me. 1:15 minutes probably more likely. So it's as much as you can do, not as much as you think you can do. So lower your knees down. I'm going to do the obligatory tuck of the shirt in, and then we're going to set ourselves up for maximum handstand with the wall behind you. Have the hands closer together to be more efficient. Hands wider may be easier if you're going to balance in the middle of the room eventually, and be pretty close to the wall so you can be as vertical as possible as well. Okay? I'll give you the timer. I got it set for 1 minute. I'll do my best to read out the times as we go. Good luck to everyone. Setting up in 3, 2, and 1, go. I've got the iPad close to me, so if you want to cheer us on, you're welcome to, and I can do my best to read out anyone's comments. Great news, 15 seconds in already. You're doing fantastic. Just remember that the whole challenge is totally arbitrary. Your body isn't. So rest as you need to, come down as you need to, do as much of 2 minutes as you want. Just go up for 40 seconds and that's it. Or see how long you can last. So going for maximum handstand at the wall, up to potentially 2 minutes. We're already at 45 seconds. Isn't that great? Who's feeling stronger? Just type in your comments. It's hard to type while being in handstand. Has anyone done the put your shirt on challenge from handstand? I saw one of the US gymnasts put her pants on in handstand. That took it to a whole other level. There we go. That's the halfway point. That's 1 minute. That's usually how long we hold it. Now my arms are shaking pretty good. So 1.5 minutes is pretty impressive. That's probably where I'm going for. We're at 1:20 minutes right now. So hold strong. Dig deep. There's still lots more inversions to do, so you don't have to tire yourself out in the warm-up. That's 1.5 minutes. And then I'm going to come down at 1:35. If not, I'm not going to be able to keep talking. So 1:40. Keep going. Who's holding the strong here? 1:45, last 15 seconds. And then down to the final 10 seconds. So all it is really just a deep breath in, hold strong. And then 3, 2, 1. And take your rest, but take it standing with your hands to your knees and pause. Yeah, let me know if you made it for 2 minutes. That's amazing. And 1.5 is pretty good. I'm getting a little bit older and longer in my years. Now, with your hands, grab your butt near the wall and pull your butt up and then bring it back to the wall like that. So the butt actually pushes up against the wall. And then just emphasize the butt going back. So the hips don't lie, meaning the hips go back. And then join your hands together, place your thumbs to the crown of your head, and then push up into your thumbs with your head. So you lift up and you find some length in your belly pressing your head up into your thumbs. Push your hips back and then push away from the wall, arc over to the right, and then come up and arc over towards the left. And then come back up. Keep the bend in your knees. So hips don't lie, which means move your hips back. Thought I turned my watch off. Hips move back, and then lift your right leg. So standing leg bent, hips back, even butt up, and then hold underneath your thigh and extend your legs straighter that way. So it's butt back. So it's not that position where I'm rounded, but knee bent, butt back, glutes lift up, hold. And then 3, 2, and 1, and just switch sides. So lift your leg, bend your knees, move your hips back, hold under your thigh, and then extend your leg straighter. Okay, this next one, we're going for headstand at a minute. And some of you already know how to do this, especially with handstand, but it's going to be just this position of headstand, and then actually be at the wall for the first one and try to go up and just touch your butt. Just your butt touches the wall. That's it. So I'm going to show what that looks like just with one leg. So you have to be pretty close to the wall. And then I go up, and then leg goes up, but I only touch the butt. So it's not foot up and then butt. It's going to be go up and then try to touch butt to the wall like that. Okay? And then you got a minute. So timer's on the clock. Go up and go for that. If you want to look and see what that looks like from the side view, it just look like this to go up and then have the butt go back. So hips don't lie. Butt goes back to help counterbalance the body. Actively push down with your forearms. Hold strong. So not necessarily going for perfect form and trying to be totally straight. I kind of mock perfect form. It's just starting to learn to feel what your hips are doing when you're upside down. So anytime you have mobility in your hips, you can start to go up with a lot of control. And some folks even get to a point where they can press handstand. Press handstand, the gateway to that is just press headstand, which will be the next position. Okay, come down, take a rest as needed. So maybe about 30 seconds or so. You can always do child's pose or something else. So it's just going to be the same setup. Have the wall behind you, except this time go up and then actually try to hit your butt to the wall, and then take your legs up and then bring your legs back down and then go up and then hit your butt. So it looks a little weird or sounds weird, but it would just look like this. So walk in, lift the legs, and then butt touches, and then legs go up, and then legs come down, butt moves away, tap down, lift up, butt to wall, then legs go up, and then legs down, and then feet down. Okay, so 1 minute begins on the clock. I'll show the side view as well and just cheer you on. It's a lot of fun. Just be mindful. So side view, walk in, legs up, butt back, and then legs up. And then legs down, butt still would be back, and then hover the feet. And then that's eventually the strength that's required for press handstand. And it's a combination of strength and then also just magic, where you can move your hips back enough that you just float up. Do you believe in magic? Because I do. Okay, 10 more seconds. And then come down, have a rest. So again, that could be child's pose. It could be just sitting on your feet like I'm doing right now. And then the challenge with straight legs, though, is that you can end up in a rounded position. So even when I do that, I still bend my knees a little bit. But this one, it'll be bend your knees quite a bit. So just seeing what that looks like. It would be, I'm just moving a little further away from the wall to enhance the hips moving back, but knees bent, and then being in a position like this, where then I can get butt back and then be really controlled, where once I'm up, I can add some twists. So the legs bent is a way of just being strong with the legs. Think of heel pulling in towards the hips like a hamstring curl. And then you could stay in the position or go up and down like that. You can try and navigate and grab a block. Ooh. Lift it up. And bring it down. Okay. So 1 minute begins. I got it. I wasn't able to put my pants on, but you probably don't want to see a video where my pants are off to begin with. No one wants to see that. Okay, 1 minute, go for it. Yeah, pretty good. Hey, Mookie? I just made that up. Pretty tired now, though. That's challenging. Be a great sneaky way to steal the remote control away from your partner. If you guys are watching TV and you're just like, oh, I don't want to watch the show, I'll just go into headstand, make it look like I'm not doing anything, and then actually use it as the opportunity to grab the remote, hold it, and pull it. Does anyone actually watch TV anymore? I don't have cable. It's called the internet now. Last 15 seconds, way to go. And then finishing up here with 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take your rest as needed. Your rest can also be clasp your hands behind your back, puff up your chest. If you want to give the wrists a little bit of pre-love, you can always wrap your fingers over your thumbs and just push your knuckles forward. And we're going right into handstand here. And then going into the version that we just did in headstand. So snaking around. And that'll be a 2-footed hop, and try to get your butt back. So the butt actually touches the wall, even though the hands aren't quite at the wall. So the example here will be like this. So hopping up and then letting the butt be the first thing to touch. And then you can use your head to push your butt away from the wall. So my head is actually to the wall here, and then you can get adaptable and learning what it's like to balance there. Okay, so 1 minute begins. Set yourself up. Super great way. So it's not hop up and touch your feet to the wall. It's hop up with knees bent and try to get your butt back to touch the wall. So hips don't lie. So instead of going up and doing a big sweeping arch and trying to use raw strength to balance, it's just positioning yourself with your hips fluidly upside down so that you can maximize the efficiency of the balance. 25 more seconds. Again, come down, hop a few times. That's a great way to get a lot better. And then last 10 seconds here. So breathing deep. Come down for your rest. Again, your rest can be knees bent, standing. A great rest is actually to have your butt to the wall just so that you feel that position. You can go arms up in the air, and then all you're doing is the same pose but just flipped upside down. So this is just practicing the inversion of the inversion, which is just another version that we call version or aversion, depending upon your views. Next one is going to be hop up, and we did a lot of taps in the past in other videos. Instead, this time try to have your butt touch first, like you did in headstand. Maybe it was the second headstand. So I'm going to hop with the left leg leading, And I'm going to try to hit the wall with my butt first and not my foot. So it's a hop up and then, oh, I didn't quite get there. And then hop and then butt. And then not foot. So butt and then legs up and then try to balance there. You can even use the back of your head to then hold the position or hold it like that. Okay, 1 minute on the clock. Give it a go. This is such a great way to start to control handstand going up, is to get the hips to go back far enough. The hips don't lie. If the hips aren't going back, you just make the big banana shape, which some people have the strength to do, but most don't. If you're getting pretty good, then just be 10, 15 centimeters away from the wall and then hop up. Try not to touch the wall at all. Keep the hips back and then hold the position there. And then once you feel that you're getting solid, you can go all the way up. Hips don't lie. Didn't touch the wall, but it's there just as a backstop, just in case, just in case. Last 5 seconds. And then slowly lower yourself down. Have a little bit of a rest. Whew. Nothing super fancy on this this next one, but it'll just be hop with the other foot. But just in case, we'll see how I go if I do the side view hop on this, just to see what it looks like. But it's to go up and get the butt to go back, and then the control. And even to come down, it's hips back and then control down. Okay? So final minute. I actually hopped with my good leg again for the demonstration. I was too nervous to use my lesser good leg. So switch legs when you hop up for this last minute. Have a go. It's a short practice. We're trying to tire ourselves out quick and see how it goes. Upside down. If you're getting pretty good, be 15 centimeters from the wall. Try not to use the wall at all. Some of you are getting very, very good. You can be completely away from the wall. Graduate from the wall. Just like you graduated from university this year. Virtually. Virtually. Take-home exams are my favorite. Although they probably take forever. Last 20 seconds. And then we're going to finish up with inversions for the classical big three with forearm stand. Forearm stand's a little bit trickier because you are in the back bend position already. So just focusing again still on trying to keep the hips back. So last breath and come down for your rest. And it's a little trickier to get your butt to the wall in this one, just because forearm stand positions yourself in a way where you're further from the wall. I like to use a block for this one. So it'll just be a hop up, using my good leg again, hop up, trying to have the butt go back, get the control. Eventually it's probably not going to happen where you touch your butt to the wall, but then eventually going up where you can take both legs up and not touch the wall at all. So you're going up with a lot of control. Okay? So 1 minute, give it a go. No love for shoulder stand. Yeah. Pros and cons of shoulder stand. I like shoulder stand a lot. I just feel that anyone who goes into it for a long period of time should do so with a lot of blankets and propping yourself up significantly. And most people don't. So that's my view on shoulder stand. But we'll do a shoulder stand class somewhere along the way. I think we've got years and years of this. 20 more seconds. Puff up the body, push down with the forearms. Stay strong in your arms. And then come down. Setting up for the second side. So just prepping yourself. The second side is just hopping with the other foot. And then again, if you're starting to feel pretty confident, move about 10 or 15 centimeters away from the wall. I will show that one, and then with my less good leg. So it's right leg goes up, and then hop up, and then hips back, hips back, hips back, and then up. And if you have legs together, and if you have the wall behind you, you can let the head dangle and go into the hollow back position that you see in Instagram a lot of the times as well. So have a go, 1 minute. My hollow back isn't very intense. I don't have the deepest back bend, so that's okay. I'm not trying to win a world record for that one. So hopping up. If you don't need the wall, try to graduate away from the wall. Just move a foot away, then another little push. Try to balance, whether it's just for 5 or 10 seconds, take note of it. And then hop up again, try again. Go for 10 seconds, go for 15 seconds. Do what you can, not what you think you should. Last 10 seconds. And then really just one last breath in. And then slowly lower yourself down. Okay, and then last try. This one's super tough. So we did both legs up with headstand, both legs up with handstand with the hops, and then hopping with both legs in forearm stand. I do know some people who can just lean forward and press handstand, press up in forearm stand. It can pseudo be press headstand as well if you go into a version where you even put your head onto your thumbs like that. I don't think I can do that, so I'm not going to demo that. I can hop with both feet. I absolutely have to have a wall behind me when I hop though. I can do it without the wall, but I like having the wall there. So I'll show that. I'll be a little bit away from the wall just to try not to use it, but two-footed hop like this, where it's a hop up and then hold. And then there's that bent knee position that we did in headstand too. It's quite freeing. There's a lot of mobility that it offers in forearm stand, same in handstand as well. Okay, so last minute, it might be a little bit too tough to do the two-footed hop. You may be able to float up with both, but thumbs up. Do your best. 45 more seconds. See if you can bend the knees and just find some fluidity. And that really is a takeaway from the bowspring practice. So instead of being hard and rigid and trying to be one straight line and hold the position, to actually be in a place where you've positioned your hips so that you can then move your body, twist or adjust and switch legs. Bowspring has bicycle action of the legs. It could be in any of the inversions. Same with like a frog kick, like when you're swimming, but the kick out with your legs. I don't know if you can do the breakdance moves with your legs. Okay, and then rest. And then just to finish things off, just to tire you out, because you may not be tired enough yet. The prep is going to be for 1 more minute of handstand, and then that's where we're going to finish things off. So 1 more minute, and it's purely about just building strength. So you saw where you could go on that first one, maximum upwards of 2 minutes, and now just going for approximately 1 minute just to test your muscles. Again, don't push yourself to the edge where you're going to fall face first into the floor. No one wants face plant asana. Just giving you a little bit of time to recharge, face the wall, set yourself up. I'll hop up with you in 3, 2, and 1, and then hop yourself up. And you may not be as graceful at this point. It is okay to be tired. Actively push the hands down. Spread your toes. Bring your big toes together. Push up. You can play around with moving your hips back. You could drop your chin into your chest. Let your head dangle. We're at the halfway point. Staying strong. Breathing deep. "15 more seconds. Extra challenge. When you come down, try to keep the hips back. They don't have to necessarily touch the wall, but keep your hips back, bend your knees into your chest, and try to slowly come down. And then pause in a squat or sitting on your heels. And then that's all. Short and sweet with inversions. Feeling strong. Whew. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.